Crash course on literature, poetry and fiction. Discover the beauty of poetry and fiction and learn about literary devices and techniques. Of course, literature is a vast and fascinating field that encompasses various forms, including poetry and fiction. These two forms of literature have a unique appeal that attracts readers and writers alike. In this crash course, we will explore the beauty of poetry and fiction, learn about literary devices and techniques, and showcase some interesting examples and stories. Poetry. Poetry is a form of literary expression that uses language to create an aesthetic and emotional response. Poets use various literary devices, such as rhyme, meter, and imagery, to create a specific effect on the reader. Some famous poets include William Shakespeare, Emily Dickinson, and Maya Angelou. One example of a famous poem is The Road Not Taken, by Robert Frost. The poem tells the story of a traveler who comes across a fork in the road and must choose which path to take. The poem's central theme is the idea of choice and the consequences that come with it. The final lines of the poem are particularly memorable. Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. Another example of a powerful poem is Still I Rise, by Maya Angelou. The poem is an anthem of hope and perseverance in the face of adversity. The poem's refrain, I rise, is repeated throughout the poem, emphasizing the speaker's resilience and strength. The poem has become an iconic expression of the human spirit's ability to overcome obstacles and rise above them. Fiction. Fiction is a form of literary expression that uses imaginative storytelling to create a world that is different from reality. Fictional stories can take many forms, including short stories, novellas, and novels. Some famous fiction writers include William Faulkner, Toni Morrison, and J.K. Rowling. One example of a famous work of fiction is To Kill a Mockingbird, by Harper Lee. The novel tells the story of a young girl, Scout Finch, and her experiences growing up in the racially charged atmosphere of the American South in the 1930s. The novel explores themes of racial injustice, moral courage, and the loss of innocence. Another example of a powerful work of fiction is Beloved, by Toni Morrison. The novel tells the story of Sethe, a former slave who escaped to Ohio in the mid-1800s. Sethe's past comes back to haunt her in the form of a ghost, her daughter, who was murdered years earlier. The novel explores the legacy of slavery, the effects of trauma, and the power of memory. Literary devices and techniques. Both poetry and fiction rely on literary devices and techniques to create an emotional and aesthetic impact on the reader. Some of the most common literary devices include 1. Metaphor. A comparison between two unlike things that highlights a similarity between them. Example, love is a rose. 2. Simile. A comparison between two unlike things using like or as. Example, he's as quick as a fox. 3. Personification. Giving human qualities to non-human objects or concepts. Example, the wind whispered through the trees. 4. Imagery. Using descriptive language to create a mental picture in the reader's mind. Example, the sun set over the mountains, painting the sky with shades of orange and pink. 5. Symbolism. Using objects or concepts to represent larger ideas or themes. Example, the American flag is a symbol of patriotism and national identity. Top 12 poetry and fiction works. 1. Hamlet, by William Shakespeare. 2. Pride and Prejudice, by Jane Austen. 3. The Great Gatsby, by F. Scott Fitzgerald. 4. Beowulf, by Unknown. 5 inches The Love Song of J. Alfred Prufrock, by T.S. Eliot. 6. The Catcher in the Rye, by J.D. Salinger. 7 inches The Wasteland, by T.S. Eliot. 8. 100 Years of Solitude, by Gabriel Garcia Marquez. 9. The Raven, by Edgar Allan Poe. 10 inches The Canterbury Tales, by Geoffrey Chaucer. 11 inches The Sound and the Fury, by William Faulkner. 12 inches The Sun Also Rises, by Ernest Hemingway. These works have all had a significant impact on literature and continue to be studied and admired by readers and scholars alike. In summary, literature is a rich and diverse field that encompasses various forms, including poetry and fiction. Poets and fiction writers use a range of literary devices and techniques to create emotional and aesthetic responses in readers. Some of the most famous and influential works of literature include Hamlet, To Kill a Mockingbird, and The Wasteland. By exploring the beauty of poetry and fiction, readers can gain a deeper understanding of the human experience and the power of language to evoke emotion and create meaning. And now, as promised, a poem to conclude this crash course. Words on the page, in black and white. A world created, a story to ignite. Emotion stirred, the heart takes flight. In the realm of poetry and fiction's might. Rhyme and meter, imagery and sound. The poet's art, so profound. Or a tale spun, characters abound. Fiction's power, forever unbound. From Shakespeare's words to Morrison's prose. The human heart, the story shows. In literature, a mirror, the truth it knows. A world revealed, in beauty that glows. Here is a song on this topics. Verse 1. I opened up a book today, and lost myself in words at play. The poetry and fiction, they entice. A world beyond, a paradise. Chorus. Oh, the beauty of literature. The power of words, the story's lure. A journey to another place. The heart and soul, they do embrace. Verse 2. The rhythm and rhyme, they flow so sweet. A symphony of words, the heart does beat. The characters come alive, their voices heard. Their stories told, their truth inferred. Chorus. Oh, the beauty of literature. The power of words, the story's lure. A journey to another place. The heart and soul, they do embrace. Bridge. From Shakespeare to Hemingway. The classics that forever stay. From sonnets to the epic tale. The power of words will never fail. Chorus. Oh, the beauty of literature. The power of words, the story's lure. A journey to another place. The heart and soul, they do embrace. Outro. The magic of words, a spell they weave. The power to make us laugh, to make us grieve. In poetry and fiction, we find our way. A world beyond, forever to stay. ***, start planning your next global adventure with ease and convenience with our Booking.com referral link. https://www.booking.com/index.html $aid = 7989335 as a great choice to plan your next trip. You can find and book flights, hotels, cars, and local attractions all in one place, and their price match guarantee ensures you're getting the best deal. Thank you for kind support our AnHub Metaverse channel, and please watch more interesting videos here.